Hi guys, I hope that you're all really well. So in case you didn't notice, I am filming today in my pyjamas because today we are going to be talking sleep and how to get a better night's sleep. So up until a couple of years ago, I was a really good sleeper. I was one of those people where my head hit the pillow and I was out like a light. I didn't have to do anything really to make me fall asleep and nothing really affected my sleep. So I was a really good sleeper up until my husband Scott was really unwell. So he had a seizure in the night and we later found out that he had a brain tumour which he had to have brain surgery for. And basically that was a bit of a trigger for me and it started what I like to call sleep anxiety. So I had an anxiety of going to sleep because I sort of associated sleep with him becoming ill and I was worried that he was going to become ill in the night. So it kind of triggered the sleep anxiety for me and I was worried about going to sleep, and even if I didn't actually feel worried in my head about going to sleep, something was stopping me from falling asleep, and I had to make a few changes and add a few things to my evening routine to help me fall asleep better. And thankfully I now sleep so much better using some of these tips that I'm going to share with you today. And whilst I've got you here, I wanted to mention that Channel Mum have a forum over on their website which I'm going to pop a link to below, and you can go over there and talk to them about any sleep issues that you're having, or if you've got any sleep issues with your children. I know that my most Googled question was, how do I get my kid to sleep? So there's loads of experts over there that can help you with any sleep worries that you have. So my number one tip is to sleep in the right environment. This might sound like a really silly thing, but you need to make sure that you really love your room and you love your decor. As you can see around me, our room is really quite peaceful and tranquil. All of the colours are quite pale. We've got some greys in there as well as some nice warm pinks, just to make a really cosy environment. So I really enjoy coming up to my bedroom for a relaxing time. I remember in our old house, our bedroom was like a really weird yellowy colour and it used to make me feel really stressed going up to bed. So I feel like if you're in a really nice environment for bedtime, then you're going to sleep better. Another way of creating a nice environment is to obviously dim the lights, or just have a lamp on, or even just pop a candle on instead of having a main light on. I really like this candle from Neon. This is the Tranquility Sleep candle and it just smells really, really good. It's like lavender and it just has a really relaxing scent that helps me to drift off easier. Obviously, if you are lighting candles to help you sleep, make sure that you do blow it out before you actually fall asleep, because you don't want to fall asleep with a naked flame on. So my next tip is to turn off technology, and I don't just mean TV here, because sometimes it's quite nice to fall asleep to a nice film or watch your favourite programme in bed. I'm mainly talking about your phone or your laptop. So I never ever bring my laptop to bed to do emails, because I like to think of my bed as somewhere to sleep or watch movies or the other thing that you do in bed. But I just try not to do any work in bed because it then becomes a bit of a stressful environment. The same thing goes for your phone. So if you have your phone on and you can see the screen next to you and you've got WhatsApp groups popping up with messages, you'll be really tempted to pick it up and read the WhatsApps and go through it. I just find that this really elevates stress levels and anxiety before you go to bed, which is when you want your mind to be at its clearest. And if I'm in a WhatsApp group and there's like, I don't know, a bit of a bitchy conversation going on or something I really need to think about or stress over, then I just don't sleep well at all. So the same goes with your social media, so Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I just find if I'm scrolling through that after 9 o'clock when I'm winding down to go to bed, then I just get myself a bit stressed and a bit anxious, and it's just not going to help me fall asleep. So my next tip is to invest in a good mattress, and I never really realised how much a good mattress would change my sleep. We had a really cheap mattress that we'd had for like 6 or 7 years, maybe even longer, which is so gross. And we recently upgraded it for a Simba mattress and it is incredible. It's literally like sleeping on a cloud. It's so comfortable. So it's a memory foam mattress, but it's not one of those memory foam mattresses where you get on it and then you can kind of like see the dip in it where you sleep in it every night. It just springs back into place every single night. It's so brilliant. And the lovely people at Simba are giving my subscribers £75 off any new mattresses, so I will pop a link to it below if you want to get some money off a Simba mattress. So So my next tip is something I do every single night, and Scott laughs at me because I even do this if we've been on a bit of a heavy night out drinking. I will still come home and do this, and that is to read. And these are some current reads I've got on the go at the moment. We've got No Second Chance by Harlan Coben, Jill Sims' Why Mummy Drinks, this is really brilliant, and I've also got Louise Pentland's Wild About the Girl on the go. But yes, reading is an excellent way of helping you fall asleep. It makes your eyes tired, and I also just think it helps to help your mind escape to somewhere else other than the daily stresses. It kind of annoys me when people say they don't have time for reading, because you could always squeeze in a little bit of reading before you go to sleep, and not only does it help you sleep, but you also get to read a good book as well. So my next tip is a really simple one, but it's don't eat before bed. So I know how tempting it is to go downstairs and eat biscuits and chocolate and things before bed, but this is actually so bad if you want to have a good night's sleep, because your digestive system doesn't get a chance to calm itself down, and it will kind of keep you awake digesting. So I don't really eat anything after my dinner, and we have our dinner between 5:30 and 7 o'clock, and yeah, I just really try not to eat anything. So another great way of relaxing your body ready for bed is to have a bath, and I try to have a bath at least once a week, and I usually light a candle at the same time and read a book to make me extra tired. Another thing that I use before I go to bed is a sleep spray. I'm currently using this one from Simba. It's got lavender, coconut, mandarin and lemon in it, but you could use any sleep spray, something that contains lavender usually, or if you hate the smell of lavender, you can get like chamomile type sprays, anything like this. Now I don't know if sleep sprays are a bit of a placebo, like it's all in your head, but there's something about the smell of lavender and like essential oil type things that make me feel really dozy. Now my next tip is something I definitely need to do a little bit more of, but when I do it I feel extra tired, and that is to exercise. So if you're doing your exercise in the morning, you probably won't feel the benefit of this at night, but if you do an exercise workout, even if it's just like a little 10-minute workout or a bit of yoga before bed, I do find that you do feel extra tired and you sleep better. My next one is quite self-explanatory, but I do know quite a lot of people that still drink tea and coffee before they go to sleep. Some people it doesn't seem to affect, but I am really affected by caffeine, so I try not to drink caffeine from about midday onwards, and I even find that if I have like a late afternoon tea, that it does affect my sleep that evening. Really strange, but caffeine really affects me. If I do really fancy a cup of tea or coffee in the afternoon, then I always go for a caffeine-free option, and it really doesn't taste any different or make much difference to me. But yeah, if you're one of those people that does get quite affected by caffeine, try and cut it out after lunchtime and see if it improves your sleep. And my last tip is a little bit of a weird one, but I definitely find that it helps, and it's to not have a clock visible in your bedroom. There's really nothing worse when you're trying to get to sleep and you can't, having a clock in front of you for you to watch the minutes go by. I just think it really doesn't help if you're trying to sleep. So I try not to check the time before I go to sleep, so that I'm not constantly checking the time and thinking I really need to get to sleep. So if you do have a clock in your room and you're struggling to get to sleep, try removing it and seeing if that helps. Thanks so much for watching this video, guys. I hope that it's helped any of you that are struggling to get to sleep. Let me know if you have any sleep hacks yourself. I would love to know some more, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!